Greetings and welcome to a new Let's Play series. Greetings and welcome to Rise of Nations, Rise of Legends. Alright, so this game is a little bit of an odd one out for me. Because I've never really played Rise of Nations. I was aware of its existence, but at the time I was still fully absorbed by Civilization and Age of Empires at the time, and I thought, well, that's just a game similar to that. No real reason for me to go look into that. Not really interested. I played a demo maybe. But this game was not anything like that. I'm not even entirely sure what it has to do with the Rise of Nations series, except of course that it's named part of it. By the time I actually found this game, I was just about finished with the StarCraft series. And on the look of it, I thought, well, hey, here's another game with 3 separate races that are vying for control of something. With disparate but yet somehow similarly balanced units. Which isn't entirely an unfair comparison because, well, that's essentially what this game is. It's a real-time strategy game. Doesn't quite live up to the StarCraft thing, but that's not a here and there, because it's a fine game in its own right, and it's still a pleasure to be able to play it, because, well, the developers pretty much stopped supporting this game, and, well, even the update servers are no longer online, so if you want to have the latest version of this game playable, you'll need to go through a little bit of a workaround, like I have to do every time I try to reinstall this game. I'm kind of still hoping that eventually this game will end up on GOG or Steam somewhere, so it will be preserved. Because it does deserve to be preserved. I'm not entirely sure how big this game got. Not really important either. I like the game for what it is. It was a little bit disappointing in the campaign. A little bit, but that's mostly for one specific reason. It's something I also have a slight problem with in StarCraft, the original. So when I plus I'll just know other way to say this. During the campaign, most of the matches you do are mirror matches. And essentially, when you're playing Vinci, you'll mostly be going up against Vinci. When you're playing Aline, you're mostly going against other Aline. And when you're playing Quattle, you're going against Quattle, and that kind of bothers the heck out of me. Because why the heck put 3 different races together if you're not gonna have them face off against each other? Not around a few missions, but you do get a chance to do that. But even StarCraft is that problem, because what do the Terrans do? Fight Terrans? Oh, how boring. Not to take away from multiplayer matches where Terran versus Terran can be interesting, but in the campaign, it's just so annoying. Why always civil war? Anyway, I am going to be endeavoring to play the campaign all the way through, and of course, since this is a completely new game, we'll start with Vengeance in the Vinci campaign. I'll be playing on moderate difficulty, because that's probably difficult enough for me. Vengeance, young inventor Giacomo is forced into leading his people after his world is wrecked by a sudden tragedy.
You think your brother's toys will really work?
Of course, Carlini. Giacomo's a genius. Not some useless military relic like you. Besides, would you rather carry the object home on your back?
Yeah, I'll pass, thanks. But those miners who found it? Not a good way to die. I'd be happier if you stayed behind.
Ha! You worry too much, old man.
I'll be sure to carve that on your tombstone. What are you gonna do with that thing, anyway?
I'd like to study it. I think I can do that safely, once we get it back to my lab.
Study it. You find something that makes you sick when you get near it, I say bury it and leave it alone.
The device is nearly extracted, my Doge. But the workers are suffering from...
They don't know the meaning of suffering, Lieutenant! Keep them at it!
Sir! Mianan soldiers!
Calm yourself, Lieutenant! I brought a gift for them.
Giacomo! Giacomo! Get out of here!
Take my hand!
Goodbye, Petruzo. Once the dust settles, send in a few men. No one survives.
Sir!
Yay. The Varnaza expedition. Petruzo, Lord of Miana, has led a party to investigate an unknown device uncovered by one of our mining operations. I'd hoped to use this outing as a field trial for my latest Clockwork Man design. We were ambushed near the mine by Doge Alessandri of Venucci. My brother was lost. General Carlini and most of our soldiers survived the attack. I swear this. The Doge will pay for Petruzo's murder.
My brother Petruzo is dead! The enemy is marching on us. The Doge will pay for this. I swear! There must be something I can do!
These Venucci conscripts are no match for Miana's finest. Musketeers, fire at will! Doge, you will pay for this!
Right, let's form up into a line. Barrage.
Well done. We need to head for the Granite Road Bridge. It's the only way to reach the mine without an airship.
And we don't have any of those. Right, so we are playing Da Vinci, steamwork, clockwork, type inventive people. I do like them, they have a very unique aesthetic. I should mention, of course, that I find that the overall intro to this game, the opening credits, kind of give a misleading image of what the game is going to be about, because you're thinking that the whole thing is a setup for a conflict between Aline and Da Vinci, which is entirely not the case. Yeah, not that two factions really like each other all that much, but they will not be really fighting in a real sense. Yeah, well, this is just a tutorial mission. As far as
Head for the
RPGs,
bridge.
not RTS,
It's the only way to reach the mine. And those Venucci scum.
Yeah. As far as RTS is concerned, this is quite a slow one, so you do have to get around to feeling.
You have encountered enemy troops. To attack, right-click on the enemy.
Since that clockwork spider would be very foolish of me to go into the volley fire stance. My soldiers, then they would be more vulnerable to trample. Yeah, you need to be careful about that, but there's not much else I can do about this.
Remember that you can focus your attacks by left-clicking to select your troops, and then right-clicking on a specific enemy.
Look! Some of my clockwork men survived the landslide. They'll help us even the odds.
But they're very useful against groups of soldiers like this.
The Doge is escaping, the coward! The army he left behind, show them the same mercy they gave Petruzzo.
Well, that's kind of bloodthirsty, isn't it? But I get you want to get vengeance on the Doge, but those soldiers were just following orders. Yes. Get to room 1. Get possible protection.
To find the Doge's remaining troops, scroll the map towards the pulsing arrow. With your army selected, right-click near the enemy army to move there.
For Petruzzo! Across the bridge!
Animation-wise, most of the game isn't bad, although the horse animation was laughably bad. I think that's also partially because Jack Harrow's transportation isn't actually the horse's own. Let's gather it all together again. Jack Harrow's power. Let's heal most of the troops. Aside from healing, it also boosts their skills a bit. Let's go.
Whenever you're unsure of what to do next, click the quest.
Cost. You get skill points, hero points for every main quest we do. Some of the Doge's quests.
To complete this scenario, you must destroy the Doge's barracks.
And that's who I will go with.
We've driven the Doge from Vernazza. But at the cost of my brother and a few of my men. Even worse, the Doge escaped with whatever it was that was making those miners sick. When I find that Venucci rat, I'll have my revenge.
Strategic map. Giacomo, those were Pirata airships. We should head to Pirata and uncover their role in this. We may even learn about the whereabouts of the Doge. We'll need to head west by the way of Pedonia to pick up reinforcements. The garrison at Pedonia is small, but should be able to spare us the troops. Alright, we've gained experience. Let's go and spend that. Let's see. Let's increase our augmentation and I suppose boost the snipe of General Kali. That's fine. So Giacomo, let's click him to select and click the province of Pedonia to attack and begin the scenario. Before we do that, however, let's have a look around the map a bit. Now we know that the Doge is here in Pirata, near the aerodrome. However, his capital is over here in Venucci. He controls two lands and Pirata by extension, but once he's driven from there, that will not matter. Now, every one of these pieces of lands are stuff that we will want to conquer at some point. These separate lords, Lord Rocco over here and Lord Don Sclario, they are allies of the Doge, so we'll have to face them at some point. But this essentially is the land of the Vinci, and for the most part I suppose the Vinci are living relatively peaceful together. Until now. War breaks out between Miana and Venucci, which I am not entirely sure how that works. As for the rest of the map, I can't quite see it here, but down south-ish of here, that's where the lands of the Aline lie. So that's where the source of conflict might come in. In any case, let's head for Pedonia. Pedonia. News has reached us of radar attacks in Pedonia. Even more disturbing, a convoy delivering a new walker to Miana has been ambushed. If we can recover the walker, it will certainly be useful. Should a show of force be required in Pirata? Wish to attack Pedonia? Yes. Pedonia's folly. As we crossed over in Pedonia, we received more reports of attacks. It quickly became clear that the raiders were not Vinci. Survivors of the attacks described the creatures or perhaps machines made of glass. I know the desert-dwelling Aline used magic to create entire cities of glass, but these descriptions do not match those delicate works. Besides, I cannot think of a reason why the Aline would attack us. That is indeed true. Why would the Aline attack us?
With the Doge's attack on Miana, the last thing we needed was a distraction. But it seems justice will have to wait. Reports have come in that a band of raiders ambushed the convoy transporting my walker. The first order of business will be to free my men and recover our equipment.
In this scenario, you can choose whether or not you would like to receive more hints about how to play the game.
No thanks.
To learn more about the Vinci, select Game Tips from the F10 pause menu. Our equipment is being held at a nearby mining company.
Right, let's start using our city. Now we have the city here that has got 2 military districts and a merchant district, which allows me to create 2 convoys. First off, I want some income going for this. So research, scavenge, and mining, which increases my income. My income is based basically on what I have in these caravans. Money and timonium from these mining sources. So let's max that out. Aside from that, I can just basically do whatever I want on the map. As long as it just gives me like a village. So let's also put down a barracks. And the Vinci special building, research lab. But that'll have to do for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.